Hey guys, welcome back to Clubhouse Kids. So today's video, I have a daycare video for you today. I have not done a daycare video in a while. It's not that I haven't been doing daycare. I still have my daycare going, just life sometimes gets busy, and just the month of August just slipped away. Our unit last month was circus, and it was a blast. We all had a great time doing that unit, but I honestly, by the end of the day, just did not get time to do anything with YouTube. We are getting ready to go on vacation in a couple weeks, and we are going to go see the Big Mouse. And if you guys have ever done a Disney trip, it takes so much work. So a lot of my evening time has been spent kind of organizing our vacation. And then also thank you to everybody who has been supporting my Teacher Pay Teacher page. I have been working really hard uploading a lot of materials onto that. So that's been taking a lot of time as well. I love making my YouTube videos. I'm excited to be able to sit down today and make this video. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you what my September classroom looks like. Our unit this month is going to be fairy tales. We are actually going to do 3 fairy tales because we will be on vacation one of the weeks in September, but my unit itself does have 4 complete weeks if you're interested in doing fairy tales along with me. My other September unit that you will find on my Teacher Pay Teacher page is All About Me, which is the unit that I did last September, and the same unit that I will be doing next September. So I kind of rotate between year A and year B. Year A does not have to be completed before you do year B. It is just basically giving the teacher and the students 2 different options, especially if you have kids that are in your care for multiple years. So if you want to see what my September classroom looks like, stick around. Okay, so when the parents come in, each of my kids have a hook and a clipboard to put their stuff on. So you can see as I'm cleaning up over the weekend, I have a little girl that I just found a humongous supply of her bibs that came through our wash. So I have those on her hook ready to go home. And then just some other papers that have to go home to the parents. I have a evaluation going home with this little guy, and then I actually just cleaned out his cubby. He had some clothes that no longer fit him, so those are ready to go home as well. This is also where the parents will hang their kids' book bags in the morning, and then on the clipboards I usually put their day sheets at the end of the day. But this area is just really nice to give each of the kids a place so that when I am finding their stuff throughout the weekends or in the evenings when I'm cleaning up, I have a place to kind of put it. And then I have my bulletin board, so I have this week's lesson plans all ready to go. So our unit is fairy tales, and then we're gonna focus on the Little Red Hen this week. I have a lot of fun activities planned for this one. I am really excited about Little Red Hen. When I was little, I was in a Little Red Hen play, and so I've always really just kind of enjoyed this fairy tale. And so this is kind of our setup, what we're going to be doing this week, but I'll show you kind of more in the classroom, kind of how I have this all set up. We have our new song sheet going out, so this is our September songs for this year. And then just my September binder that just kind of houses all of my curriculum. This is where I've been keeping my sensory bin, and this is working out really well. I do have like an Apple sensory that I'm going to be making, but we won't actually be playing in it until next week, and so it's just kind of just empty right now. And then our table toys are all cleaned up and ready to go for the week. These blocks my kids absolutely love. I got each of these sets at Walmart for $5, and the other day when I was there, they were in the clearance bin for $2. So if you do not have these blocks, I would go snag some. I debated even getting more, but I was like, well, I just really don't need another set. But it's kind of a balancing toy. So they have these, and then it's all these really nice wooden animals, and they just kind of have to balance them up on here. I know I've shown this in another video, but the kids are just loving this, and it really does work. They can stack a whole bunch of animals onto each of these little boards. So I don't know if there's still any more, but just as of yesterday, I saw them for $2 at Walmart. And then this swing is new. I don't know if I've shown this in another video. I did get a new swing. I have 2 new little infants starting, one that has already started and one will actually be starting this week. And I just needed a new swing, and this one is amazing. It does come with like a little toy bar that I took off because just my older toddlers were just more messing with it. I do have the little infant insert here, but you can just take this off as well, and they fit just perfectly in here. And there's so many different settings. So this is the 4Moms swing, and I love it. And then my toddlers can also climb into it, and they're not like, the other one was swaying so much that I was so afraid they were just gonna flip out of it, because sometimes they just like to sit in there and read books as well. Here I have all my fairy tale books. The paper books are on the top, and then some board books are on the bottom. I do have another order coming from Amazon with the rest of our fairy tale books for the unit, so I don't have all of my books out ready, so hopefully that will be coming in the next couple days. And then just up here is just extra blankets, those 2 toys that don't quite fit in these bins very well, so I just keep them up there. And then just some of our supplies. And then for our toys this month, when I switched to this classroom, I actually went down to 1 toy shelf. So last month was our first month where we played more inside. The weather was pretty warm, whereas like May and June we were outside a lot, but for August we were inside a lot more than we were in the previous summer months because of the heat. And so this was a really good way to see if like just 1 toy shelf was going to be enough, and it was fine. And the kids, there's just not very many toys out, but the kids still had plenty to do. Everybody was fine. They are going to be excited, I think, to have a swap of toys when they come back tomorrow. But going down to 1 toy shelf has just made my life easier at pickup at the end of the day. And the toys really, I mean, and the kids really haven't even seemed to notice. So over here, I have some of our fall toys out. And then I put some of our fall board books here as well. I had 3 of these little things. I had a yellow one, a green one, and a red one. And I don't know if they've just been misplaced or I'm down to 1. But I'm planning on making, the green one was just green water. And then the red one had, I think it was just glitter and oil. So I'm planning on making those again because the kids really did like those last year. This one is also another favorite toy in the fall. Very, very simple. It's just really big pom-poms in there in red, yellow, and green. And they just kind of dump them and fill up that bucket over and over again. And then here in this bucket, I just put a swarm of just different sensory balls. And then this is a really cute toy. This is a toy I got last year. You just lift the lid off and it has just the little pieces, numbers 1 through 5, and then it plays music and stuff when you turn it on. And over on our white table, I have another little apple that plays music as well, and it has all these little pieces that you dump out and pour and feed into the top. So that's kind of basically it for the toys. Over in our playhouse, in the little green, if you open up the little green lid right there, I do have a couple like dishes that the kids have been playing with in there. Here is our circle time board for the month. So our color this month is red, and then we're always working on counting 1 through 5, but I always switch out the clip art with something new. So this month will be apples. I pulled out all of our like fall weather songs, and so this is one of them here for windy. And then I keep all the other weather posters back behind my book. So if it's cloudy, we put up this one. If it's rainy, and then sunny. So we have a choice of 4, and whatever the weather is the poster that we kind of sing the song and put that up for the day. This week we're going to do this little 5 little apple song, and so I have this all ready to go, and I can take these off. These are erasers with Velcro on there, and as we sing the song, we will take the apples off. This is my Who's Here Today chart. So in the morning when we do circle time, we sing our song, and then whoever's here today, we put up their picture. So if you're also interested in my circle time, I do have all of these available on Teacher Pay Teacher, and I am working on getting my PM circle time on TPT as well. In the afternoon, we sing a goodbye song, and then we do a word of the day which the kids love. So this is our word of the day. So on Friday, our word of the day was bathtub. And then, where I get the word of the day cards is from Lakeshore Learning, this photo library, infant toddler library, and there's 50 of these cards in here. And basically all I do is pull out the one on front, and so this will be tomorrow's word of the day. And so the word of the day is beach, and we just talk about the beach and we put it up there. And then the one that I just used, I usually just put behind there. They do have them, like you could categorize them, but I actually, when I got them, I just mixed them all up. So we don't know what it's going to be for the day. But the kids love word of the day. So we do that in the evening or after school. And then we always go through, I pick a couple of these little flip cards. So this is our counting one. So this is just counting to 5 cards, our shape review, and then our color review cards. So I will work on getting these up on TPT2, but that's kind of what we do for PM circle. And then AM circle is when we go through this board here. And then over here, just my changing tables are ready to go. I have our September songs here because I'm usually standing about right here when I'm doing circle time. So I have my 3 kids here and then 2 kids here, and so they can see me and I can see the September songs really well from this point, better than trying to like look over here where I keep the other one right over there. We still have a couple of our circus artwork up. By the end of this week we'll have our new fairy tales up. So this week or last week the kids were working on, there's a pre-writing practice that they were doing, just working on circling the objects. Here's some little lions that they made. And then for the month of August we were working on the color orange, and so there's just some of their orange color pages that they have. So I like to put their little artwork on the wall, and then when we make something new I'll just replace it out and then send these home. So for our Tot Task boxes for this week, in box 1 is a planting seeds, and so we have, so here's like number 1, and then we're going to use Play-Doh to make little Play-Doh seeds, and so we'll put 1 seed on this one and 2 seeds on this one, and these counting cards are numbers 1 through 5. For box 2, we are working on the color red this month, and so this is just our red object box that we just the kids just play with them, and we talk about the color red. And this is a really good one for the younger ones. Some of the older Tot Task boxes, some of my younger kids really can't do yet, but this one, whenever we have a shape box or a color box, they can all do these ones. So this is kind of nice for all ages to be able to do. And then for box 3, we are doing, this is a shape sort, and so the little red hen has a triangle on here, and then the kids would find the bread that has a triangle on it as well. If I can find it. There we go. So, and then it's just a matching game. So that is our Tot Task boxes for the week. And then up here is where I keep our table time and our art boxes. So table time this week is, this is after we do that 5 Little Apples song during circle time. I have one to send home to the kids, so that is just a printable to go home with the kids. We are going to bake little banana muffins this week, and so this is on sticker paper. And so my plan is put 4 or 5 on a paper plate, and then put a gallon size bag over the whole thing, and then cut out this little printable right and put it on the top of the bag, and the kids can take those home to share with their family. So that is ready to go for our baking activity. Since we are working on the color red this month, this is our red identification page, and they are going to use these little red glitter pens to decorate the objects. These I find at the Dollar Tree. And then our other page that we're doing this week is, this is a half page. We're going to do just work on just a short sequence story, first, next, last, and they're going to just be able to dot it after we talk about the little short story. And that is it for table time. And then for art, we just have one art project this week, and we are making hens out of their hands. And so I'll be painting their hand red and then putting it on here. And then what it's gonna end up looking like once it's dry and I use like a black Sharpie marker is right here. So you can see I'm just making their handprint into a little hen. So that is all we're doing for art. It's supposed to be a really nice week out. Our weather has actually turned to pretty cool, and so we will be playing a lot outside. We are finally growing grass. We had a huge construction project go on in our backyard earlier this season, and so it's kind of wrapping up now, and so we've been able to get back outside. So we will definitely be getting outside this week, and that is it, you guys. That's what the plan is for this month, is to just enjoy the kids and have fun with our unit fairy tales. I'd love to hear what you guys have planned to do with your group this month. September, I think, is just so much fun because the weather's getting nicer. We're going to be able to get out on stroller rides. It's not as hot. And I'm really excited about vacation in a couple weeks. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.